What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Hot Highlights. We are entering into the final week of April, so let's get ready for the BTS comeback by taking a look back at the previous week, and I'm going to highlight some of my favorite songs from the last week. So let's get that all started right now. What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from MWK-pop, and I am here once again, as every week on Sunday, to recap the last week's releases. And this past week was a little bit of a break in the big name releases, but depending on who you are a fan of or who you would consider to be a fandom of the genre of music that you like, this was a pretty decent week for you, because we had comebacks from Hotshot, Mr.Mr, Lim Kim, Kim Boram, and Mr.Mr. I think I might have said Mr.Mr. I don't think I did. So we had 5-6 pretty decently sized comebacks, and they're all competing to finish in my top 3. So let's get the top 3 countdown started. Of course, we're gonna have to start with number 3. So let's get straight into that. Of course, coming in at number 3, as we just saw, is Uniq and their song EO EO. And when I first opened up this song to film my music video reaction, I was a bit curious as to where they got the title for the song is from. And we clearly know, if you listen to the song or watch the video, that you know where they got the name for the song from. And I actually quite enjoy, that I get in a way. It's obvious and it's cool, and that part in the song is super awesome. Now, the reason why Uniq comes in at number 3 for me is that this is a huge change in style and sound from when they made their debut. Their debut was, I guess you could say, a more of a cute, upbeat, fun sound and style of hip-hop, and this time they go with more of a serious tone and look, something that we would more identify with actual hip-hop, as opposed, whereas their debut song wasn't necessarily a true hip-hop, look and feel to it. But Uniq has come with a drastic change for the song, and definitely, if you're into the hip-hop, it's definitely something that you should consider checking out. If not, that's okay. I personally didn't really like the song too much. I mean, it's, hip-hop isn't really my thing. It takes something really amazing to get me really interested in it, and to me to have some very good things to say about it. But that being said, I can't really say anything bad about this. It just isn't really to my taste, and that's perfectly fine. So Uniq, with their drastic change in look and style, comes in at number 3. But who's gonna finish in number 1 and number 2? We're gonna knock off number 2 right now. Coming in at number 2, as we just saw, is Park Boram and her song called Celebrity. And Park Boram is coming back individually this time, not minus, Zico or any other featured artist, and which is good in my opinion. It's a thing that I was really, appreciating, and I talked about it a fair bit in my music video reaction, only solely because her last song was fantastic, and it featured Zico, which brought in a lot of outside attention from, of course, fans of the group that he's a member of that probably wouldn't necessarily have listened to her otherwise. And that's fantastic. Promoting an artist, cross-promoting artists, is really great, and exposed a lot of people to a very fantastic song. This time though, she is on her own, so the question, I guess you could say, is she gonna keep it up? Is she going to maintain the same level of quality in music and all that stuff that she had with her last song, and the fans that she may have gained from her previous song? Is she gonna keep them? And I do have to say that, as someone who got into her, who was introduced to her through that song, her previous song called Beautiful, yes, I do say that this song is a very good song, and it's going to keep me interested until at least the next release, because it's not really anything ground shaking, it's not anything crazy, it's just generally what I kind of feel is what her general style is from the last 2 songs, or at least the 2 songs that I've listened to of her. Celebrity and Beautiful, they do have a very cute and upbeat and fun style and sound to them. And of course, from Beautiful to this one, that was maintained. And it's not a bad thing. it really is not a bad thing. And overall, the song is just really, really catchy to listen to. That chorus is an earworm. It just wiggles its way into your brain and it's stuck there. Also, the cadence and the rhythm to the vocals of the verse are fantastic. I mean, it really, really is a lot of fun to listen to. Just that, that beat, the underlying beat that goes with it, or like, I guess I should say the flow that goes with the vocals in the verse are just fantastic to listen to. So I really, really, really do like that. It's not very often that you have, or that I have any real praise for the verse of a song, but Park Boram, the verse is fantastic, the chorus is even better. Overall, the song is fantastic. It's probably not going to be to everyone's liking just because of the style and look of it, but it is something that I do enjoy every once in a while. So, Park Boram, fantastic. I think that this release is very, very good, and coming in at number 2 pretty much just for maintaining the same level of quality, the sound and style from her previous song, and not coming out with anything that's super terrible from the last release. So now that we got number 2, with number 3 and number 2 out of the way, we gotta talk about who comes in at number 1. And if you watched the music video reaction to this song, you will not be surprised at who my number 1 song of the week is. So let's find out right now. Like I said, if you watch my music video reaction, you would not be surprised to find out that Lim Kim and her pre-release song for her newest album called Ah Woo is my favorite song of the week. And definitely we're gonna up this, not from my favorite song of the week, it is indeed my favorite song of the year. And that is pretty big because this song unseated 4 Minute and their song Crazy at number 1 for my favorite song of the year. And when you can knock off my favorite K-pop group in the entire world, the group that got me into K-pop, the group that I have liked for, since I got into the genre, that is something absolutely fantastic. And what I just absolutely love about this is that the sound and all that is something different that you don't generally hear from, a mass published, distributed release of, K-pop music. I'm not going to say that Lim Kim is K-pop, but considering that it is, again, was published on the Low End Entertainment YouTube channel, that is something that is, that they're trying, or that the company is working on promoting worldwide to some extent, trying to get them some international exposure, which again, I'm not familiar with her up until this song. I was not familiar with her, didn't know that she existed, but this is it's really, really good, and it caught a lot of people's attention. I saw there was a post on a subreddit that is like just kind of like way to list or bring some cool music to people's attention, and it pretty much almost reached the front page of that subreddit and just about reached the front page of Reddit as a whole, or your customized front page. And that's fantastic. See, that song is people who, well, that thread right there, that post there is people who don't particularly take an interest in Korean music, but were exposed to a fantastic Korean song and they enjoyed it and they showed the love. And the more upvotes it got on Reddit, the more exposure it got. And overall, I mean, the song is just so good. And that is just one example of where the song is just perfect. And I mean, like for me, like I said, the biggest thing for this is that for the song is that it's just a bit different. It is actually not a bit different. The sound is very, very different than what you generally hear with the K-pop music. So I mean, it's fantastic. And I didn't know that this was a pre-release track when it came out, but now that I find out that it's a pre-release song for her newest album, I am very, 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 very eager to see what her title track for her new album is and what the rest of the songs on this album are. That I believe is gonna drop this week, this upcoming week. So I'm very, 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 very excited for that. And yeah, so that's what I got. That is my top 3. We have got Uniq in at number 3, Park Boram in at number 2, and Lim Kim in at number 1. Before we go though, I want to talk about one other song which I think is worth mentioning, and that is Mr.Mr. and their song called Out. And the only thing that I have to say about this is that I just absolutely love the sleek and sexy style and sound of this song. I mean, The song itself wasn't anything particularly awesome in my personal opinion, my taste. It didn't do much for me to make me like it, but I do have to appreciate the look and the sound of it because, you know, it just is really, really, really fantastic. You cannot get over that. At least I couldn't get over it while I was watching it. It was just a really, really, really solid look and sound to the entire song. So if you haven't listened to this song by Mr.Mr, you definitely should check it out. You might like it. Even though I personally didn't really like it, I do say that it is a pretty decent song, and you know, there will definitely be people out there who do like it. So that is it. Those are the highlights that I have got for the last week in K-pop. If you did enjoy the video, please share it around and let me know. So that is going to be it for this video. Before you go though, please check me out on social media. Let's get connected and interact with my fans. You can follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page, or you can even message me on KakaoTalk. The links to those profiles are going to be down in the description box below. Check them out. I would really appreciate it if you did. So like I said, that's going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.